Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to your weekly reading. If you're new here, this is Divine Light, and today we're going to look into what's coming your way within this next 7 days. I want to use this stream crystal for today. This is the crystal of money, wealth, and abundance. So if you have any blockages, this will help us to release it. And I'm going to dive right in here. Also, I am using something for release because we're going to get the energy of the Sagittarius full moon. Full moon is all about releasing what doesn't serve us anymore. The light shines over the things that blocks our path so we can see them, look them in the eye, and say goodbye to them. Okay, and I chose a stream. There's a tears of joy falling out. Some of you are receiving very good news. I chose a stream crystal. So if the blockage is on the receiving the material wealth, so we can release it all together. I see there's actually legal paper showing up here. There are 3 dots on top of this legal paper. 3 of Pentacles energy I feel here. 3 of Pentacles is about doing great work, creating amazing work. And also it can mean coming together with like-minded people, teamwork, forming a teamwork, creating some things that are actually, beneficial for the collective as well as yourself. Okay, it seems like this is forming here with this full moon energy. Maybe if you had blockages in the past when it comes to working together with like-minded people, attracting these people into your life, or maybe the alignment can start really well. You find these perfect people that you're working together, but when down the road things can get a little muddy slide basically. If that's the case, I feel like this timeline is actually healing that. There's a whale. This kind of looks like a crocodile as well. If you look at this side and if you look at that other side, this is like a weird creature here. Like crocodile is a water creature. So, and they tend to trick people. This can be someone tricky under this bunch, this team. Maybe your current situation, you are working with a team and something's getting sabotaged all the time. This can be making you aware of somebody out there doing these things. Somebody maybe in there in the bunch or on the bottom of everything is maybe just creating this kind of discomfort between the people. Another thing here can be something maybe while you're growing up, someone actually fueled you against your team. This can happen to the best of us. This doesn't have to be someone like from the family. This can be a coach. This can be a friend because they were jealous. Maybe they told you negative things and now you keep experiencing the same thing over and over again. The teamwork is maybe forming a partnership that will bring a lot of good wealth, income, or maybe you have already something up and running, but you need assistance, but you're having a hard time to find someone that can really assist you, help you, and elevate your position. So I feel like there is like some unlocking happening when it comes to that. Around the 7 weeks, there might be like an enlightenment happening. I see there's a bag of money. We have a dog and a person right here, and there's a woman standing in front of them. This is Libra energy. This is the Fool energy. The Fool sets on a new adventure. He goes on a new trip and he takes a leap of faith and steps into the unknown. But this doesn't mean this is his first rodeo. He has been in this journey. Again, this is maybe your 3rd or 4th journey. This is not your first time. And this time you have a lady in front of you. She has big hair or maybe even a big hat. Either way, this is a creative person and their hat symbolizes they have authority. They have knowledge, experience. And this can be someone who's giving you on your journey a little advice that you pick it up, you move on with it. And that will be extremely helpful for you, which I see that you're wearing a cape now after you get into conversation with this person. The cape can be symbolizing a personal style because in some industries, your personal style, the way you dress is actually much more effective than the work that you do, unfortunately. This can also be, the cape can be something that will save you, that will hide you. If maybe you need to be in an environment that you need to do everything smoothly without like getting eyes on yourself, okay? And or maybe the cape can be, if this is like a red cloak, can attract a lot of attention on you. Maybe that's what you want. You want to have eyes on you, okay? So whatever that you need, this cloak that you're wearing after you're meeting with this person, they're handing that over to you and you're heading to your new direction here. This cloak doesn't have to be something physical. It can be an information. It can be a connection. It can be material help that you need in this moment. I see there's a man with a hat and a beard in front of you. He's wearing a top hat and there's a feather on top of their hat. And I see a letter S also, like Samuel. This can be their first name or the last name. This person is actually standing on your pathway, but they have this sad attitude. This can be someone maybe have been in the same journey, been there and came back around. And they have a bag, maybe a chunk of money on their back. So they made their money, but maybe they didn't really get satisfaction out of what they were doing. Because after the things gets into a row, like you start to receive the things you want, you might start to look for new excitements in your life. But it really depends, because this is a collective reading. The earth signs and or water signs can take pleasure out of what they're doing all their life long, but the fire signs and air signs, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, might want new adventures each time. So it can depend on your sun, moon, rising, and Venus. So it seems like though you're getting advice from this person and there's an authority. Maybe he actually come across the authority and the authority don't let them go. And I feel like you are like finding with the experience of the others, you're moving forward, you are making progress. And this authority has a bag of money on their back. So it can be someone like a bank that you want some loan from, or an authority you're asking for advance. It can be something that maybe he got rejected and maybe he's coming to you with a negative advice. But seems like here you are on the same level with the higher authority. They're not in the level of this other person. So trust yourself that you're on the right pathway. I see there are two legal papers showing up. Two people here having a conversation over. And I feel like you're going to cross this authority. You're going to get your approval from the authority. There are two different pathways opening for you. One pathway right here within the beginning of the week. Two pathways outside of your comfort zone towards the end of the week. For some of you, if you're looking for a new job, this can be those opportunities outside your comfort zone, or this can be even like travel opportunities for some of you. Maybe you're going to find this I don't want to keep saying opportunity, but can be like a cheaper than usual vacation resort, or a country that has, you know, like a cheaper options compared to the expensive ones. You know, like when you compare, for example, if you want to go on a holiday, compare to, I think, Italy to like Spain. I think I heard, I'm not sure, but I heard Spain was cheaper, maybe something like that. Okay, I see, but this is something different. I feel like these two people are conversating about a contract here. There's a path in between, and I see a roof over them. For some of you, this can be a new home that you're negotiating about. For some of you, this can be a new environment that you want to become a part of. Seems like the legal paper, the approval will be yours eventually. I see a horse head right here. So this is not going to be like you receiving approval and celebrating. I feel like that is going to lead you to a pathway, which that when you follow, you will get that wish fulfillment, your heart's desire, whatever that horse carries you to the next stage, next level. I see there is like a big cloud, looks like a person who's carrying a star here. Star is the Aquarius sign. So this can be an Aquarius, an intellectual energy, maybe has something in their hand, which is your wish fulfillment. Seems like you're going to have a conversation with them. And then I saw here, now I see the women's face right there with the horns, but when I put it away here, I saw a man's face right here with the horns. Horns are long and pointy, which Capricorn energy, the goat's energy here. The goat can mean two things. When we see the goat in the devil card, that represents maybe getting obsessed over certain things, but The goat is also short for greatest of all time. So this can be a person which has both masculine and feminine energies successfully. They merge them together. Is actually this person sitting on a beautiful throne, and you are in front of them. You are maybe even conversating with them, and they're showing you different pathways here. I see a letter Y, I, and I see like an H here. This can be in the name of the pathways, the roads that they're showing you. Can be different schools if you want to go to schools, or this can be even like different companies, applications that you can go to and ask for the things that you want, maybe a grant or scholarship or whatever it is in your heart space. This doesn't have to be always material. This can even be like healing sources. If you want to heal or if you want a new relationship, this can be the sources that can actually connect you with the like-minded people. I'm going to dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, an intention, hold it in your mind. I again see here within maybe the 5th day of the week or the 4th day of the week, there is actually a chunk of money sliding down to your heart space. And your desire coming also, it's not super fast. Maybe it can take a little longer than the 7th day, maybe the 10th day, but it is still showing up here. And some of you, I felt before even I turned on this video, I felt that there's some of you are actually manifesting wealth and abundance, and it is, you are on the right track. I see a lot of like sources of like chunks of money, little chunks of money, and maybe you're actually like, you have certain desires, not only like material, not only like receiving the money. Maybe you have a desire that you want your bills to get paid, or you want certain things to be taken care of, and you might even receive divine help. Okay, it doesn't have to be specifically you getting a bag. It can be also meaning that you receiving the help that has been taken care of for you. Okay, that's what these also abundance shows. I see a throne right here. There's someone right there on the throne, but they're not really visible. They're holding a bag again in their hand. You see the bag, the big opening, top part of the bag, there's an opening, and you can really reach inside and take whatever is meant for you here. The throne that I feel like somebody is already sitting, because it's not really you sitting on that throne. Maybe even some of you are taking over a position of power. There's a second desire coming forward, merging on with the first one, and the first one is actually flowing into your life smoothly, seems like here. I'm going to dive into your tarot now. If you have like a specific desire, you can focus on that one. If you don't, we're going to look into your current situation and how will that situation evolve, okay? Let's see. The current situation, we have 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands is being like a wounded warrior here, tired. She looks so majestic. This is angelic tarot. She's so, even though she looks majestic, she has drawn some boundaries. Maybe you put yourself in a place that you do not really allow people to come in, because you have been there, you have been through a lot, and now you don't allow the new things to come in. So this can create a blockage to let the good things to allow the good things to come in as well. So what you can do is reconsider, maybe analyze without judgment, and saying yes to the things that really align with your soul, instead of saying no to everything that comes along during this timeline, okay? How will the situation evolve? We have the Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles plants his seeds very carefully, and he collects that back. He has a beautiful land that he takes care of, and that lands feed him and keeps growing each and every day. It seems like within the next 7 days, you might get an amazing resource that can grow itself, multiply itself, and that just requires your care and love. Basically, when you put the care and the love into it, it is going to keep growing and multiplying, which is an amazing resource. Everybody would love that. And what are the internal factors can affect it? Planning. 2 of Wands energy is make your plans, get ready, be ready for what's coming. When you prepare yourself, you will take it with a very light energy, and you don't have to stress yourself out. Oh, what am I going to do with this now? I don't know how to grow it, do it. But when you get ready, if I have resources that I would like, this is how I treat them. This is how I organize my day to work on them, grow them. Okay, when you start planning those things, you will be ready and you will handle the situation very well. External factors are Six of Pentacles. So also, Six of Pentacles is about giving and receiving. When this resource comes, when it starts multiplying, when you start giving and also receiving the help when you need the help, when there's something you don't understand about the subject, asking for help will help this grow faster, okay? And giving can also be when you start multiplying your things, when you have more than enough, when your cup is overflowing, you can pour some to the others from the saucer that is holding what's blessings, your blessings, okay? The final outcome is Six of Swords energy, which is a beautiful energy. Look at this. Six of Swords can be seen as a dark scenery, but this is not. You see, the sun is on behind you, everything is working out for you, and you're moving on from choppy waters to the calmer shores. You are actually going to get to a very good place. Instead of being in a defense mode, in the darkness, you are going to leave that completely behind, and you're going to set on a new adventure of calmness, beauty, and maybe even intellectual satisfaction. I want to see what's under it. We have here the King of Pentacles, which can be your energy, your upgrade here, that you will feel that confidence, you will collect your resources, and maybe even you will have more to invest into new things. This can apply to love as well. Maybe you are not really allowing anyone to come into your life, but it seems like you will change some things, readjust some things in your energy that actually will help you choose the right ones for you. Maybe even plan about what do you want truly. And when you give back that energy, this doesn't mean giving back energy in the sense of treating everyone well. It means that I am confident, I love myself, and when you feel that, you start showing that to outside as well. When you just ooze that energy, that will actually help you move away from choppy waters to the calmer shores, to a better relationship, a better person, basically. Okay, let's get to the clarifiers of this. I feel like this is so straightforward. The answers are coming so straightforward today. I don't need to even explain it too long, you know. We have a new stairway in front of you. In your current situation, a Nine of Wands is maybe keeping you the place that you're at, but it seems like there's a new opportunity, a new door coming forward, and the widest open, the sunshine is shining the same, I feel like here, the widest open, the one that actually gives you love, allows you, the one that you can pass through easily is the thing. I mentioned in the prior readings, I've been trying to move forward the last month, and I moved now. I'm in a perfect place at this moment. But the thing is, the first place that I moved wasn't really, the door wasn't open. Okay, I was trying to force the door in. I was doing everything in my power. All kinds of problems were popping out, right and wrong, right and left. I'm sorry, right and left. And what happened is I said, you know what, I'm going to move again. This is not really aligning with my soul. And as soon as I moved, it was so smooth, so easy, everything aligned so perfectly, everything was really smoothly moving. So that's when you realize, oh, that's the door that the sun shines. Okay, let's see how will the situation evolve. We have your beautiful castle right here. When you plant your seeds carefully, you're going to be able to live in that beautiful castle with peace and prosperity. Internally, planning is the key here. You might have you see there's actually different emotions about the future. Maybe you want some things, but you don't want certain things. I feel like when you start planning that, you're going to clarify that, and there's a gateway opening to you for a higher dimension, for a better place. So you're not going to be able to, you're not going to be dwelling on what doesn't serve you anymore. You're not going to be in the choosing what you don't want, what you want. You're going to become clear when you actually plan things out. Okay, the clarity will come forward. Another thing here, the external factors, we have a sarcophagus here. This is, I forgot the name of this deity, and he actually helps you leave the past behind. This kind of reminds me of the Judgment Day, and you know, he gives the coins to the hands, like, excuse me, you give him the coins and he carries you to the next life, next higher dimension. And I feel like that's what's happening right here. You are, when you have your coins, when you share it, when you give it away, you're going to bury the past. Okay, the past part that doesn't really align with you. It doesn't mean that you leave everything, the good or bad, behind. You can keep the good with you, but this is going to take the bad away. We have finally good news coming forward for some of you. This can be an approval contract and a job offer, which we have a beautiful compass with the knowledge, the book coming forward as well. That will help you carry you to your next adventure, basically. Okay, let's see. This is your oracle now. We're going to look into, is there a blockage, healing, and what the outcome will be. Okay. This masks actually show me too, maybe you need to drop the masks that you're wearing. You need to be authentically who you are in order to be able to plan in the true sense. Okay. What you really want. Let's see the blockage here. We have the Divine Physician. There's a healing coming forward. I'm going to get some help from the guidebook right here. Divine Physician is the blockage. Maybe you have the healing powers and you are not really allowing them to come forward, or you're pushing them away. Another thing here, you might have a Divine Physician in your life and they might be giving you some information. They might try to give you the healing, but you are rejecting it. This rejection can come forward because maybe you're fearful that you're not really good enough to give people that healing. With the Six of Pentacles energy also has a giving, or you are not feeling that you deserve this. This can be caused by the way you grow up, the way the things went in your life. Maybe you didn't really receive the things the way you want them to be. That's why you might block this divine healing coming forward. We have number 12 here with the healing scribe. Scribing is journaling. I feel like your journal energy. Journal your desires, journal your fears, what is actually not allowing you to receive the healing. Start scribing. And also we have the book here, and there is a library behind. This can also come, actually we have the 6 and the 12, by the way. Suggest that go ahead and go into a library if it's necessary and collect all the information about this subject that is in your mind. And the outcome will be the King of Scrolls. Scroll, I feel like the intellectual energy, but this has different type of, this is an Akashic Tarot that has this different type of setting. I want to interpret this in the sense of the King of Swords and King of Pentacles, because he has all this abundance with him, and the King of Swords has the intellectual power. He writes things down. He actually keeps record of the things. So this can be you actually, King of Pentacles energy, creating your beautiful kingdom, queendom. Also, like, you will have a lot of knowledge. Maybe that knowledge will be your resource in the future. Let's see what the writer intended. Like I said, this is a different type of tarot. Number 6 is actually the Divine Physician stands before a well carrying a jug of healing water and sharing his light of healing with those nearby. This card indicates that you are moving into a time of magnificent healing on many levels. There is a person who can be a great healer for you, as well as a teacher who shares healing gifts that you can pass on to others. So this can be someone healing coming into your life. Maybe you need to allow this person to come in. If you're blocking, saying no with the 9 of Wands energy, this is actually also connecting and saying that there is someone that you're saying no, blocking. There's some people, yes, you're right on that one, but there's someone that can bring you the healing that you're pushing away. That's where the healing is. That's where the blockage is. The healing, we have the scribe here, writing things down and learning more. Let's see. This card indicates a great upsweep in mind and study for you. If there's any subject with which you would like to acquaint yourself, do so. It's not just for the sake of study, although that's always a good thing. This period of higher mind and higher learning is nothing less than a change of your life, then change your life, or even change the world opportunity. I love this for you. There may be a teacher or even an entire school that can help you with this upliftment. Be sure to seek out the right person or place of learning. You could also become a writer or teacher yourself at this time, elevating, contributing to others. This is very specific, guys. I know this is a weekly general reading, but this is extremely specific for some of you, are maybe like advancing in teaching, learning and teaching, and this is like your upgrade now. This is your final victory. You might be here in this stage or in this stage right now, but maybe you're in the beginning, you're being guided here. This man may be a present in your life already. This can be someone who is holding the scrolls. He can be helpful to you in a number of ways. If not, you'll be meeting him soon. He may be an author, teacher, or communicator who will assist you in some professional way. This can also be your energy, okay? You're meeting this person in the sense of maybe this is a part of you that you haven't met before. This is actually guiding you towards there. He could also be a friend who brings wisdom through his own studies and spiritual practices. Be open to the guidance this man offers, for it could help lead your life in exciting new directions. This card also represents you or someone you know who's longing for deeper understanding and greater clarity of thought. Now is a great time to pursue new interests, perhaps even enroll in some class or attend to a lecture or two. I feel like you're already going to do that with this stage, and then this is maybe your opportunity to teach others what you have learned. Now we're going to pull your second oracle. I ask the best advice or guidance for my beautiful collective now through unconditional love. Thank you. Let's see what you need to know. We have the crystal charoite for you. Are you finding that life is out of control? Do you need to sort out exactly what's going on to get to the reason for the chaos? Take the time to go within and call on ascended masters, spirit guides, and angels to provide you with the inspiration you need to transform your life. We also have Archangel Raziel coming forward here. I have a deep understanding of myself and the circles of life around me. I am aligned with the divine. I'm profoundly clairvoyant and extremely intuitive. I clearly comprehend the details of everything that is set before me. I feel peacefully empowered. Some of you are going to start maybe even feeling what's going to happen in the future next, which is amazing. If that's the case, that you can change your attitude with what's coming, what you're allowing, what you're doing too. Let's see your final message and affirmation for this week. I choose to be a super attractor and have unwavering faith in the universe. Oh, I love that for you. All right, my beautifuls, that's all for today. Hope you enjoy your reading. If you do, don't forget to give this one a thumbs up. And if you want to see more of these, go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I wish you all a magical day. Bye.